Hello, beautiful people. This is Dr. Mica Stewart, and I'm so excited to be here to have this opportunity to share with you a poem that I wrote called The Bible and the Bat. And I wrote this poem about 10 years ago, so it was 2009. And this was 6 years before the United States Supreme Court had granted equality. And churches, I noticed, were very nervous about the fact that same gender loving people may be granted the right to marry. And it seemed that there was this spike in sermons about homosexuality. And I felt that, it almost became this obsession, and that so much energy and time was spent on homosexuality that other needs were being neglected. So I felt like I would write a poem about how opportunities were missed, opportunities to be about the business of marriage saving and, life saving and soul saving. And so from that came this, the Bible and the Bat. Feed my sheep, Jesus said, and the preacher was determined to do just that. Yet, whenever he went to the pulpit, he took his Bible and his bat. He beat down gays. He beat down lesbians. He filled the congregation with fear. He beat down bis, and ignoring their cries, he condemned anyone remotely queer. I sat in the far left pew, listening to the preacher rant and rave. I wasn't sure what to do, because this wasn't the sermon that I craved. I came to church that morning because the sign out front had drawn me in. Here there's help for the hurting, it said, and freedom for those caught in sin. My marriage was falling apart, and my heart felt hurt beyond repair. I was lonely, I was desperate, and I needed to know if God really cared. So I sat listening for words of hope, yet each week the sermon was the same. Yes, my marriage was in disarray, but were gays and lesbians the ones to blame? I didn't know much about the Bible, having only read a proverb or two. Yet even to my untrained ears, the preacher's message didn't ring quite true. I thought, maybe the problem's just me. Am I too unholy to comprehend? So I started glancing around, wondering if these sermons helped others to mend. I looked at the lady to my right, the one who had said she was caught on crack, and I wondered if these sermons about gays would help her get her children back. I looked at the jobless man down front, an unfortunate victim of this recession, and I couldn't see how this bashing was going to lift his growing depression. I looked at the teens all around me, the young girls with babies in tow, and I wondered if God's hatred of homosexuality was the most important thing for them to know. Then I thought about those not there, the ones for whom church was a source of shame, because according to the right reverend preacher, God didn't even want to know their name. Then when I looked to the choir stand, I became even more confused because the man leading the worship just winked at the man in the second pew. I didn't know what to think, so I concluded that church just wasn't for me. I'd been coming week after week, yet I didn't feel any more free. Divorce was our answer to strife, and my heart was completely broken in two. I thought about ending my life. After all, I didn't know what else to do. But before I took the overdose, I decided to give God one more try. So I went back to the church, hoping for words I could live by. I didn't want to be just a number, another department of mental health stat. Yet I quickly lost all hope when once again the preacher picked up his Bible and his bat. If you'd like a little bit more information about this poem, or if you'd like to see a copy, you can see it there. repairandcare.org, Bible-bat. Thank you.